Let's say, for example, I want to have f of x equals to x minus 2 into x minus 3. Now, guys, I'm not going to plot the actual graph. इसका plotting हम पहले देख चुके हैं in the maximum minimum वाला part. The plotting of all these expressions, we have seen this. What right now I'm interested in is कि ये graph, ये जो equation है x minus 2 into x minus 3, okay, is equal to 0. Okay, इसका roots होगा basically 2 and 3. So I want to find out कि ये जो expression अब बन रहा है fx equals to x minus 2 into x minus 3, ये कहाँ पे positive होगा, कहाँ पे zero होगा, कहाँ पे negative होगा, right? So as we know, guys, a quadratic equation zero होता है at its roots, right? That means at the roots, the value of the equation should be 0, isn't it? Okay. Now let's observe, guys. If I take any value more than 3, 3 is the slightly positive, more positive root, alpha, right? In this case. So if you take any value of x more than 3, let's say if you take 4. So ये equation का value कितना आएगा, guys? 4 minus 2 into 4 minus 3. This is 2 into 1 equals to 2, right? Positive hai. Okay. In fact, to take any value more than 3 towards the right, okay, the expression will always be positive. It makes sense, right? Okay. Similarly, if you take any value less than 2, for example, if you take x equal to 1, for that matter, 1 minus 2 into 1 minus 3 will be minus 1 into minus 2, जो कि 2 के बराबर होगा, right? So beyond 2, I mean less than 2, अगर हमने कोई value ली, again the equation will be positive, right? So always remember, guys, for any quadratic equation, okay, ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Okay, अगर a का value is positive, अगर a का value is positive, okay, then the expression, then this expression, okay, this expression, okay, if you equate it to y, this expression will be positive, okay, beyond the roots. Okay, it should be x should be greater than alpha and x should be less than beta. Okay, जब भी ये होगा, the expression will be positive. Okay, you can just take more values if you want, but I think this suffices. Also, if you take any value between 2 and 3 now, guys, if I take, let's say, x as 2.5 in this case. So, guys, taking x as 2.5, 2.5 minus 2, 2.5 minus 3. Guys, 2.5 minus 2 क्या होगा? Minus 0.5 into 2.5, sorry, plus 0.5. And 2.5 minus 3 कितना होगा, my guys? Minus 0.5. This is minus 0.25. It's negative, right? In fact, you take any value now, guys, between 2 and 3, the expression is always negative, right? This tells you what? Between the roots 2 and 3, the expression is always negative, right? Okay. So for this quadratic, y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. The expression will be negative exactly in between the roots. So x should be greater than beta but less than alpha. Whenever this happens, the expression is always negative. Okay. So whatever we have discussed right now, guys, I can simply summarize by saying that if 2 and 3 are the roots here, okay, this should be the nature of the graph, right? Beyond 3, the equation is positive, and less than 2, the equation is again positive, but between 2 and 3, the equation is negative. At 2 and 3, the equation will be equal to 0 because they are the roots. Okay, and now that's exactly how we'll try to find out the nature of the graph, guys, and the method which we now use, it is now called as the wavy curve method. Okay, now let's suppose if I take minus of x minus 2 into x minus 3. Okay, same thing you can observe. If I take any value more than 3, let's say 4 minus 2 will be 2, 4 minus 3 will be basically 1. 2 into 1 with a minus sign, the answer is minus 2. So for any value more than 3, the graph is negative. You can see here it is swooping down, right? Same way if you take a value less than 2, okay, in this case, again, the equation will be negative. So as I told you previously, right, whenever you have ax square plus bx plus c as the expression, and if a is negative, ठीक उल्टा हो जाएगा, right? Okay, the equation will be positive for roots lying between, okay, x lying between the roots, and the equation will be negative for x greater than alpha and x less than beta. ठीक उल्टा हो जाएगा जो a greater than 0 वाला केस का था. Okay, guys, this approach is called as the wavy curve method. Okay? So I go on to the next question, guys. The next question has f of x equals to x minus 2 into x minus 3 into x minus 4, right? इस particular equation का roots क्या होगा? Okay, इस equation का roots basically हो जाएगा when you equate all of these to be equal to 0. X equal to 2 or x equal to 3 or x equal to 4, right? So we first plot these 3 points, 2, 3 and 4. And now again the same thing. If you take any value greater than 4, if you take, let's say, x is 5, so this expression becomes 5 minus 4 into 5 minus 3 into 5 minus 2. Okay, this is 3, this is basically 2, and this is 1. Multiply them, the product is 6. It's basically positive, right? You can observe that, guys, any value beyond 4, the graph will be positive, right? Or the nature of graph will be positive. You can again check any value between 3 and 4, guys. Let's take 3.5, okay? So if you take 3.5, guys, 3.5 में क्या हो जाएगा? This will be 3.5 minus 2, 1.5. 3.5 minus 3 is 0.5, but 3.5 minus 0.4 is minus 0.5. प्रोडक्ट हो गया नेगेटिव, एक टर्म नेगेटिव की वजह से, राइट? सो बेसिकली 4 से ऊपर हर वैल्यू पॉजिटिव देगी ग्राफ को, but 3 to 4, between 3 to 4, the graph is negative, right? Okay, let's take values now between 2 and 3 and check, guys. Okay, so if you take any value of 2 and 3, sorry, if you take any value of x between 2 and 3, let's take 2.5. 2.5 minus 2 is 0.5. 2.5 minus 3 is minus 0.5. 2.5 minus 4 is minus 1.5. Okay, so positive, negative, negative. Multiply karo, product kya ho gaya? Positive. So between 2 and 3, you take any value, the graph is positive, right? And now you can take any value less than 2. Let's take 1. So 1 minus 2 is minus 1. 1 minus 3 is minus 2. 1 minus 4 is minus 3. Minus 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 3 बार है, product क्या हो जाएगा? Negative, right? So this is the nature of the curve. Okay. All right. Same thing now. When will this expression be equal to 0 at x equals to minus 2 or plus 3 or minus 4 or plus 5? So I arrange these roots in the ascending order, right? And then we try to identify. अगर value देखो 5 से बड़ा लिया, suppose 6 लिया, तो ये positive ही होगा. Okay, everywhere the value is like definitely 6 minus something, तो बड़ा ही होगा. Okay, now between 3 and 5, if you take any value, let's take 4. So if you take 4, 4 plus 2 is 6 ka square. 4 minus 3 is 1 ka cube. 4 plus 4 is basically 8 raised to 4 into 4 minus 5 is minus 1 raised to 5. Now guys, minus 1 raised to any odd power, the product is minus 1, right? So it is minus 1 into 3 positive values, the product is negative, right? Okay guys, same thing you can observe for between minus 2 to 3. You can take 0. Okay, ये हो जाएगा 2 square into minus 3 cube into 4 raised to 4 into minus 5 raised to 5, right? Okay, so again minus and minus, these two will make it positive. Okay, all right, so let's go on to the next case. The next case means the next region between the minus 4 to minus 2. Okay, between minus 4 to minus 2, what do we realize, guys? We realize that if you take any value, let's say minus 3. Minus 3 plus 2 is minus 1 the whole square into minus 3. Minus 3 is minus 6 the whole cube. Okay, minus 3 plus 4 is minus, plus 1 the whole raised to 4. Okay, and minus 3 minus 5 is minus 8 the whole raised to 5. Okay, ये वाला टर्म हो जाएगा पॉजिटिव, ये हो जाएगा नेगेटिव, ये वाला है पॉजिटिव एंड ये वाला हो जाएगा नेगेटिव. Okay, so multiplying two negative terms will give you a positive value on multiplying. And guys, beyond minus 4, if you take any value, let's take minus 5. अगर x को minus 5 भी लिया, तो minus 5 plus 2 the whole square is minus 3 square. Minus 5 minus 8 is minus 8 the whole cube. ये वाला term definitely negative आएगा guys. Into, okay, minus 5 plus 4 is minus 1 the whole raised to 4. ये वाला term positive ही आएगा. X minus 5 is minus 5 minus 5 minus 10 the whole raised to 5. ये negative ही आएगा. So positive, negative, positive, negative. In this case, the graph will be positive, right? Okay, so this should be the nature of the graph. यहाँ पे, if we take different values, let's say if I talk about x plus 2 the whole square, okay, x plus 2 the whole square, ये वाला part 0 कब होगा? When x equal to minus 2, we observe this, right? But if you take any value more than minus 2, let's say if I take x as 0, okay, this part will be 0 plus 2 the whole square, the first expression here, right? And if I take any value, let's say less than minus 2, if I take x as minus 3 for that matter, okay, I'll have minus 3 plus 2 the whole square. Guys, in either of these two cases, this bracket will always be positive, right? Why will that be positive? Because here the power of the term is even, right? Okay, that means whenever you have a term which has an even power, it does not contribute to the sign change. Okay, why? Because since you have an even power, okay, agar number negative bhi hua, the even power will make it simply positive, right? Okay, so any term of this type which has an even power, okay, it does not cause sign change. You can observe here, यहाँ पे x equal to minus 2, but there is no sign change. हाँ, यहाँ पे function का value 0 definitely हो रहा है, और वो होगा because it is the root. But see, but there is no sign change here. Positive था, positive ही है. Okay, guys, same thing you can observe for x plus 4 the whole raised to 4, right? यहाँ power क्या है? Even है. Okay, so at x equals to minus 4, again there will be no sign change. लाइक यहाँ पे देखो प्लस है, यहाँ भी आगे प्लस ही है. Okay, there is no sign change, right? Although यहाँ पे value 0 होगा, right? So guys, we observe that whenever you have f of x equals to x minus a the whole raised to p, if p is even, the graph will simply touch the x-axis at x equal to a. Okay, there will be no sign change. Okay. Now guys, on the contrary, let's understand this part here. If you have x minus 3 the whole raised to 3, यहाँ पे ग्राफ 0 कब बनेगा? when x equal to 3 हो जाएगा. If x equal to 3 पे ये पार्ट 0 है, 3 से बड़ा क्या होगा? 4. 4 minus 3 the whole cube पे ये पार्ट पॉजिटिव है, राइट? एंड अगर हमने 3 से कम वैल्यू है, लेट्स से 2, 2 minus 3 the whole cube पे पार्ट नेगेटिव है, राइट? दैट मींस यहाँ पे देयर विल बी साइन चेंज, राइट? बिकॉज़ यहाँ पे द वैल्यू ऑफ द टर्म हियर इट्स डिपेंडेंट ऑन द वैल्यू ऑफ x which you take, राइट? यहाँ पे ऑड पावर है, तो अगर नेगेटिव होगा तो उसको ऑड क्या करेगा? नेगेटिव ही देगा इन द एंड. एंड इफ इट्स अ पॉजिटिव वैल्यू, द ऑड पावर विल मेक इट सिंपली positive again, right? So remember, if p is odd, the graph will intersect and change sign at x equal to a. Okay guys, so let's resolve the same question by the same logic we discussed right now. See, in the expression मुझे पता है कि if it's more than 5, okay, 5 is the greatest root here. 5 के beyond expression हमेशा क्या होगा? Positive होगा, okay, because यहाँ पे there is no minus sign, there's a plus sign over here, right? Okay, so 5 के beyond the expression is positive here in this case. Okay, 5 की power क्या है? Odd, so definitely यहाँ पे क्या होगा? Sign change होगा, right? Negative. Okay, x minus 3 the whole cube, again the power is odd, there will be sign change, plus हो जाएगा. But at x equal to minus 2 and minus 4, see the powers here are 2 and 4 which are even, right? So there is no sign change. Okay, ऐसे हो जाएगा, right? Okay, this should be the nature of the graph, and that's exactly how the graph is, right? So now you can solve these questions in seconds using this logic, right? Let's solve one more. Okay, x minus 2 the whole cube, x minus 3 the whole raised to 4, x plus 1 the whole raised to 5. ये ग्राफ 0 कहां पे होगा? x equal to 2 पे होगा, x equal to 3 पे होगा और -1 पे होगा, right? Let's plot these three values now. Any value more than 3, the graph will be positive, guys. 3 की पावर क्या है guys? Even है, right? So there will be no sign change. Same with 2 की पावर यहाँ पे क्या है? Odd है, so there will definitely be sign change. प्लस का हो जाएगा माइनस, right? देखो साइन चेंज हो गया, प्लस का माइनस हो गया, right? Okay. We go on further. We observe that -1 x plus 1 the whole raised to 5 की पावर क्या है यहाँ पे? 5 है. So there is an odd power, sign will change. ये हो जाएगा plus. Okay, this should be the nature of the curve, right?